Hey guys, Nick here, back with another quick iOS tip that could totally save your day. iOS 27 is almost here, and I'm sure a lot of you are planning to jump on the beta as soon as it drops to check out all the new features. But every year when a major iOS update comes out, the biggest concern isn't how fast it downloads, it's what happens when something goes wrong during the update. Maybe your iPhone gets stuck on the progress bar, freezes on the Apple logo, goes to a black screen, keeps rebooting, or maybe you update to the beta and realize it's too unstable for daily use and want to go back to a more reliable version. So today, I want to share a tool that's worth keeping on your computer, especially around major iOS releases, ReiBoot. It's not something you'll use every day, but when a big iOS update rolls around, it can be incredibly useful. Let's start with the feature most people care about, iOS upgrades and downgrades. If you want to try iOS 27 beta, besides waiting for the update to show up on your iPhone, you can also use ReiBoot to view available iOS versions directly on your computer. Just connect your iPhone, go to iOS Upgrade or Downgrade, and select Upgrade. Once iOS 27 beta becomes available, you'll be able to download the firmware package directly and update your device. One thing I really like is that the firmware downloads to your computer first instead of taking up a bunch of storage space on your iPhone. So if your phone is already running low on storage, this can make the whole process a lot easier. And if you install iOS 27 beta but later run into issues like app crashes, overheating, or poor battery life, you can also downgrade through ReiBoot, as long as Apple is still signing the previous version. Just keep in mind that whether you can downgrade depends entirely on Apple's signing status. If Apple stops signing that version, there's no way to downgrade to it. Besides upgrading and downgrading, another really useful feature is one-click recovery mode. Normally, entering recovery mode manually means pressing volume up, volume down, and then holding the power button in the correct sequence. It's not difficult, but it's surprisingly easy to mess up, especially when your phone is already acting weird. With ReiBoot, it's much simpler. Just connect your iPhone, launch the software, and click Enter Recovery Mode. No button combinations, no guessing. And when you want to exit recovery mode, you can do that with one click as well. Even better, entering or exiting recovery mode this way won't erase your data. Now, if your problem is more serious, like an update failure, a black screen, or an endless boot loop, you can move on to the system repair feature. ReiBoot offers two repair modes. The first one is standard repair. This is designed for most common iOS issues, such as update failures, system freezes, or getting stuck in recovery mode. The biggest advantage is that it tries to repair the system without deleting your data, so it's usually the best place to start. The second option is deep repair. This is meant for more severe system problems and generally has a higher success rate. However, it will erase all data on your device. So unless you absolutely need it, I wouldn't recommend jumping straight into deep repair. In most cases, try standard repair first. If that doesn't solve the problem, then consider deep repair. Another thing worth mentioning is that ReiBoot can also help when iTunes or Finder keeps throwing errors. For example, if you're trying to restore or update your iPhone through a computer and the process keeps failing, ReiBoot can often provide a more straightforward alternative. So overall, I describe ReiBoot as an emergency toolkit for Apple devices. You probably won't open it every day, but when you run into things like iOS 27 upgrades, downgrades, update failures, Apple logo loops, black screens, or recovery mode issues, it can be a real lifesaver. I'll leave the download link down in the description if you want to check it out. This is Mick, and I'll see you in the next one.